Hoffner with us, and Jalen Sample signing a deal with the Washington Commanders, former Maverick wide receiver. Before the break, you alluded to, Coach, his season-ending injury, but he was still able to prove to NFL teams that he was something worth a lot. So what made him so valuable, and what about his game caught NFL teams' eyes?
Well, Mary, he's a really special athlete. He's very quick, fast, elusive. His catch radius is really large. He's much like Shane Zylstra, who's with the Lions, but Jalen is definitely a big-time playmaker, and he can make a lot of quarterbacks look good, and he did that throughout his career. Well over 1,000 yards a couple years ago, and this last year his season was cut short. He was on track again. And he still had another year of eligibility left, but, you know, this is every player's dream, and we're so happy for him that he's getting this opportunity.
How resilient did he, what level of resiliency did he show, I should say, to keep working to get back in shape in time for an opportunity in the NFL?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was training at the training house up in the Twin Cities, which is a really big deal for a lot of athletes prepping for the pros. And so they have a rehab facility there in addition to an actual training facility. And so he did a lot of work in the off season. He still is not fully recovered, but through time, and hopefully makes it all the way till the fall and makes it to the season, because he's only going to continue to get more healthy. But man, he's tough. It was a pretty substantial injury that he came back from, and we're so happy for him.
What about Elijah McGee? Why should the Atlanta Falcons give him an opportunity after the rookie minicamp?
Wow, Elijah tested out in the Gopher tryout day, so he was one of very few athletes from other than the Gophers that got opportunities to actually work out in front of the pros. And Elijah is really a special football player who has tremendous speed. He ran like a 4.4, I believe, 40, which is exceptional. We had him playing nickel. His second year, his first year, he played corner. Big-time playmaker, lots of interceptions, ball hawk, right? He was just much like Jalen. They're both really special players.
So Mavericks in the NFL, the ones that most notable, Adam Thielen, Shane Zylstra, Chris Reed right now, and to have two more potentially up and coming. What is it about MSU football that gets players ready to play at the pro level?
Well, Mary, I think the bottom line is recruitment, right? You have to try and solicit the brightest, the best. And all those young men were standouts here at Minnesota State. So if you want to play at the next level, you need to shine, you know, where you're at, right? And it doesn't matter if it's a big pond, large pond, right? It doesn't matter where you're at. You need to stand out. And every single one of those student athletes that you mentioned, they definitely stood out when they played here at Minnesota State.
Never a doubt with MSU football. We can't wait for this season. Thank you for joining us, Coach. And that'll do it for this week's edition of Maverick Insider. We'll see you next week.